morning, everybody. Welcome to this morning's episode of Premarket Forecast by Blue Collar Trading. Today is Tuesday, January 21st. A little bit, a couple hours before market open here. It's about a little before 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. Today's forecast, we are 1 day post inauguration. So, a lot of things can happen. Markets were closed yesterday. I do want to note last night, I actually had the pre-market forecast sort of all planned out last night. This move that we see here, right there, that down move from the +2 down through the +1, I was actually hoping that was going to happen during market hours today. So, but since that happened last night, that is sort of off the table. So the question is, where do we go from here? We can see up here on the 4-hour, we are in between this +1 and the VWAP. If we break over 21,780, it could be a pretty quick rip up to 22,000 today, up to this +2 deviation. I would not be surprised whatsoever if that happened. So coming off the top, if we're focused here on the 4-hour, coming off the top from this previous all-time high, each one of these rip ups, if you want to call them, counter trend rallies, those were very much, straight up imbalance type moves. This was straight up. This was straight up. Of course, we have little hiccups at the deviations. This move here, however, is what I would consider a healthier move, because we come up, we break the -2, we test the -1, come back, retest the -2, break the -1, test the VWAP, come back. So each time we break, we come back and retest. Okay. We broke here, come here. Last night, we retested the VWAP coming off the top. So typically when you see that, that is sort of the bulls have taken control from this top, because prior to that, the bears still had control, right? We had a descending VWAP from the all-time highs, but we've broken that. We've actually retested it, and we've sort of come back up. So the expectation is we should see this break of 780, and it should be a pretty quick rip up to this, 22,000, maybe a little bit higher than 22,000, somewhere around this +2 area. And then we'll have to see from there if we consolidate sideways or if we come back and retest it and we sort of continue the trend of break, retest, break, retest. We'll just have to wait and see. But we can see over here on the daily, we have sort of broken this. We've sort of broken this, descending trend line here. That everybody and their brother has that drawn on the charts right there. But we can see the actual deviation is this +1 here. That's the actual line. So we'll just have to see if it is, this poke above and fail above this trend line. It works both ways, because this was a healthy sort of up move here. If we do start to break below this 21,400, then it does raise some red flags, because the anticipation is for this to keep going, because this was healthy, right? Break, retest, break, retest. That's a healthy move, much more so than this one back here or this one back here. So forecast would be for a break. Whether we get it all in 1 day or not, I believe there is probably enough of a catalyst with the election to get that type of a move in 1 day. However, if we kind of start to roll over from this point forward and we start to come below this, 21.5, 21.450 area right here, then it does start to raise some red flags, and we could we could see a move back down to new lows potentially. So that's the NQ. Bias is to the upside. However, we do have some caveats as we've discussed. So let's take a look over at the ES. See what we got. Very similar setup. This move here, the one we had last night, that down move, I was looking for that to happen this morning. Sort of had like I said, I had the pre-market forecast sort of already pre-marketed last night. I was looking for this +2 pullback to -1, but we have had that. We've recovered, and we're sort of in the same situation. We are a little bit higher relatively on the ES. You can see we're much closer to this +2. We're sort of consolidating above this +1 area right here. So, bias is still to the upside. This one here, if we come down, technically we have enough room to retest this like 59.80, but the break point where it starts to red flags is underneath that level. So 59.80, 59.70. If we start to get under there on the ES, that's where we would start raising some question marks, because again, this up move was healthy, right? We had break, retest, break. We never really got the retest of the -1 like we did on the NQ. But we consolidated, we tested. You can see the move here is much healthier than both of those moves there. So that's the ES. Bias is to the upside, again, with a little bit of a caveat. I did want to actually take a look at oil, and I'm a little bit bummed because I had alerts set. I wanted oil contracts above 80. I had alerts set. I really should have had orders there sitting. Normally, this is swing trading. I would have had swing trade oil. I was looking for oil short. We had this VWAP coming down here, and I think we could see an oil flush sooner than later if we break down below these here. If we break below 70 and we start 70, 68, and we really start coming down, then we could see a pretty decent flush on oil. I will be a buyer down basically here. So I've been looking at oil for a long time down in this like 40 to 45 area. This next move, we could see a pretty sharp, rapid decline into that area, and that's where I'd be looking to go long personally on some oil contracts. So we'll see about oil. I'm a little bit bummed. I really would have loved to be short above 80. I had alert set. I just was asleep at the helm with everything else going on. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. If we get a retest, I'd love a retest, because then I would just go short, swing short some contracts there, but we'll see. Anyways, so that's the bias today. Back to NQ, we can see where we're at. We do have some catalysts. I think there's a lot of pent up energy in the markets, so we'll have to see what happens. But good luck out there, and stay tuned for future videos. Every day we're going to have a pre-market forecast around this same time, hoping to publish them around 8:15 Eastern time on the daily. So we'll see what happens today. Good luck, traders. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and good luck out there. Take care.